learners, welcome to Video Khazana. Once again, we are with you to teach you the next topic. But before that, subscribe our channel to get more educational videos. Today we will talk about the nutrition in animals, Chapter 6, Life Processes of Science Bio for class 10th. In this chapter, we will talk about specially nutrition in amoeba and paramecium. But before proceeding further, I just want to tell you that animals cannot make their own food. It is very clear. They depend on the food prepared by others, which comes from plants or animals. We human beings are also animals. We obtain wheat, rice, pulses, fruits, vegetables from plants, and food like milk, curd, cheese, eggs from animals. Many other animals eat other animals' flesh. Some eat insects or dead bodies of other animals. We have also seen some plants like picture plant and Venus flytrap plant. Have you heard about this? And you can see the picture of this Venus flytrap plant. This is a Venus flytrap plant and this is the picture plant. These two plants eat insects, but we are not talking about the plants, so we will drop this topic here only. Now we will talk about the types of animals based on the food habits or eating habits. Means all the animals can be divided into three groups on the basis of the food habits. These are herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. These three categories of animals are there. First, herbivores. Herbivores are the animals who eat only plants. Means they are plant eaters, and we can also call them herbivores animals like giraffe, zebra, rodents, elephant, cow, deer, etc. Some more animals may be herbivores, but these are the basic features of herbivores, plant eaters. They are only plant eaters. Now we will talk about carnivores. They eat only animals as food. They do not eat plants. They are meat eaters, and we can call them carnivores animals. Tiger, crocodile, leopard and such more animals are carnivores animals. They eat flesh of others animals. Omnivores. Omnivores eat plants and animals both. So they are plant eaters as well as meat eaters. We call them omnivores or omnivorous animals. Dogs, human beings, chimpanzee. There are so many pictures are given. All these are omnivores. Squirrel also, monkey, dog, etc. Now we will talk about the nutrition in animals. All animals are holozoic, means nutrition in animals are called holozoic nutrition, and in this holozoic nutrition there are some steps. Basically we conclude 5 steps. First step is ingestion, the process of taking food into the body. First step. Second step, digestion, after taking in, process by which food is broken down into small molecules which can be absorbed by the body for its use. Third is absorption, the process in which digested food passes through the intestinal wall to the bloodstream and reaches to the each part of the body, each cell. Fourth is assimilation, the process in which absorbed food is taken in by the body cells and used for energy, growth and repair. And the last step, fifth step, is the process in which digestion, the process in which undigested food is removed from the body, which is no longer used in body. Now we will talk about the nutrition in simple animals. Simple animals, amoeba and paramecium, these two are very simple animal. Why we call them simple? Because they are single cellular animals. They have only single cell in their body. and all the process of nutrition performed in these single cell animals are holozoic. Amoeba is also holozoic and Paramecium is also holozoic, having holozoic nutrition. Now we will talk about nutrition in amoeba. As we know that nutrition in amoeba is may be called phagocytosis, because amoeba is a unicellular animal and all the process of nutrition is done by the single cell only. So phagocytosis means cell feeding, and this process is called phagocytosis. And nutrition in amoeba is just similar like other animals, having 5 steps. We will discuss it later. Amoeba is a unicellular animal living in water. It takes in food by forming finger-like projections called pseudopodia. These pseudopodias are responsible for the taking in food by making the food vacuole. Inside the food vacuole, the food is digested and absorbed. This food vacuole is responsible for digestion and absorption, and the undigested food is then sent out through the surface of the cell. Now, using this picture, I will explain you about the complete process of nutrition in amoeba. First of all, as soon as amoeba see the food around its surface, it start creating projections. These projections are called pseudopodia. These pseudopodias are helpful to take in the food, and these pseudopodia covers the food completely and make the food vacuole. After that, this food vacuole inside the cytoplasm, in this food vacuole, digestion is started. Second step, in amoeba, food is digested in food vacuole, and digestive enzymes which are present in the cytoplasm around this food vacuole enters into this food vacuole and start digesting the food present in the food vacuole. After that, absorption. Digested food present in the food vacuole of amoeba is absorbed directly into the cytoplasm. Now, cytoplasm absorb the digested food using the diffusion process. Since amoeba consists of only one small cell, it does not require blood system to carry the digested food. Digested food just spread out from the food vacuole into the whole cell of amoeba. Now, in this after absorptions, next step comes assimilation. A part of the food absorbed in amoeba cell is used to contain energy through respiration. Body uses this food as and when required, and absorbed food is used to make the part of amoeba by making the growing structure of amoeba, and this assimilated food is also used to make reproduction by dividing into 2 daughter cells. So this food is used for creating energy, for making energy to do various activities in their life. Next and final step, 5th step, is ingestion. Amoeba has no fixed place like anus for removing the undigested part of the food, and this undigested part of the food, yani ki food vacuole, comes near the cell wall, and as soon as it comes near the cell wall, cell membrane, it suddenly ruptures at any place, and the undigested food is thrown out of the body of the amoeba. So this is the ingestion process. All 5 processes done by amoeba using the single cell. That is why we call it phagocytosis, means cell feeding. Now we will talk about the nutrition in Paramecium. Here is the structure of Paramecium. In the cytoplasm, there are so many food vacuoles. This in Paramecium, which is a unicellular animal like amoeba, which lives in water like amoeba, Paramecium uses its hair-like structures. You can see these hair-like structures all over its body. These hair-like structures are called cilia. These cilia are very useful to take in food, means ingestion. Ingestion is done with the help of these cilia. Paramecium uses its hair-like structures to sweep the food particles from water to its body, its mouth, using its mouth, because paramecium has mouth, amoeba doesn't have. The cilia moves back and forth rapidly in the water, and using this movement, food present near the mouth region enters or sweeps the food particles present in the water through the mouth into the paramecium body. Now, this is the first step of nutrition. This is called ingestion. After that, digestion, that absorption, then assimilation and ingestion. All the processes are very, very similar to the amoeba. So, friends, this is our topic, today's topic. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel first of all and share it to your friends so that they can also take benefit of this video. Thanks for watching my video, and wait for my next video, human digestive system. Okay, thank you, bye.